Pinwatuni. Welcome to our online broadcast here from the London Mindfulness Meditation Center. We go live every day in the evening hours at 7 o'clock, sharing our daily Buddha Puja, chanting and meditation with you for your well-being, especially during this time of difficulty and lockdown restrictions applied. So we provide the opportunity for you to participate with us while online in our religious worship, Buddha Puja, Paritta Chanting, when we chant the suttas, blessing you all for your well-being, for your good health and happiness, and especially invoking the blessings of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha and the compassion of the Buddha for your well-being. So our sole wish is that you stay safe and you be blessed with good health during this time of difficulty, as well as share our evening meditation with you so that you can develop peace of mind as well. So we go live every day and it provides an opportunity for you to participate from wherever you are in the religious worship and listen to the chanting, and also dedicate the chanting for the well-being of your loved ones, so that if they are affected or if they are ill, they can then listen to the chanting if they are able to do so and gain speedy recovery, as well as wish for successful treatments. So today Mrs. Hirangi Vijayasundara would like to bless by contributing, by sponsoring the puja. I would like to bless her teachers who Prishanti Jayawardena, and also her colleague at work, Sarah. Both of them are unconscious, and she would like to dedicate the worship and chanting for their speedy recovery, wishing may all the treatments they are taking be successful for their recovery. May they be blessed with good health, and may the blessings be conducive for their well-being, and may they soon be able to enjoy good health. So that is her wish. So we are chanting the Ratana Sutta, Chundathir Bojjhanga Sutta, and the Giriman Sutta, which we usually chant when someone is ill or affected by any illness. So we bless you all good health and happiness as well. So before worship, we observe 5 precepts. Please say Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa 3 times. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Pānātipātā vēramaṇī sikkhapaдаṃ samādhiyāmi. අදින්නාදානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි කාමේසු මිච්ඡාචාරා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි මුසාවාදා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි සුරාමේරය මච්චපමා දත්තානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි තිසරණේන සද්ධෙන් පංචශීලං ධම්මං සාධුකං සුරක්ඛිතං කତ୍වා අප්පමාදේන සම්පාදේ තබ්බං. So before we do the chanting, let's worship the Buddha first. Join me in the worship. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavido anuttaro purisa dhammasārati sattādeva manussānaṁ buddho bhagavāti buddhaṁ jīvita pariyantaṁ saranaṁ gacchāmi ye ca buddha atita ca ye ca buddha anagata paccappanna ca ye buddha ahang vandami sambada natti me saranang anyam buddho me saranang varang etena sacca vajjena hotu me jaya mangalang uttamangena vandeham padapang suvaruttamam buddheyo kalito doso buddho kametu tang mamang swakhato bhagavata dhammo sandittiko akaliko ehipassiko opanayiko paccattam veditabbo vinyuhiti dhammam jīvita pariyantaṁ saranam gacchāmi ye ca dhamma atita ca ye ca dhamma anagata paccappanna ca ye dhamma ahang vandami sabbada natti me saranang anyang dhammo me saranang varang etena sacca vajjena hotu me jaya mangalang uttamangena vandeham dhammam ca tividham varang dhammiyo khalito doso khametu tang mamang Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyayapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samicipatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang cattari purisa yugani Atta purisa puggala Esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Dakhineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyakhetang lokasati Sanghang jivita pariyantang saranang gacchami Yeche sangha atita ce Yeche sangha anagata Paccapanna caye sangha ahang vandami sabbada Natti me saranang anyang Sangho me saranang varang Etene sacca vajjene Hotu me jaya mangalang Uttamangena vandehang Sanghang ceti vidottamang Sangheyo kalito doso Sangho khametu tang mamang Kanasarappadittene dipene tamedhangsina Tilokadipang sambandhang pujayami tamonudang Vannagandhe gunopetang etang kusuma santating Pujayami munindassa siripada saroruhe Pujemi buddhang kusumena nene punyena metena ca hotu mokkang Puppang milayati yata idammi kayo tatayati vinasa bhavang Adhivasetu no bhante Paniyang parikappitang Anukampang upadaya Patiganhatu uttame Adhivasetu no bhante Gilane paccayang imang Anukampang upadaya Patiganhatu uttame Adhivasetu no bhante Pesajjang parikappitang Anukampang upadaya Patiganhatu uttame Adhivasetu no bhante Sambang saddhaya pujitang Anukampang upadaya Patiganhatu uttame Vandami cetiyang sabbang Sambatthani supatititang Saririka dhatu mahabodhing Buddha rupang sakalang sada Yassa mule nisennove Sambari vijayang aka Patto sabbanyutang satta vande tang bodhipadapam ime ete mahabodhi lokanathene pujita aham pite namassami bodhi raja namattute kayena vacha cittene pamadene maya katam acchayam kamami bhante puripanye tathagata kayena vacha cittene pamadene maya katam acchayam kamami dhamma sandittika kalika kayena vacha cittene pamadene maya katam acchayam kamami sangha supatipanna anuttara ettavata ca amhehi sambhatam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya ettavata ca amhehi sambhatam punya sampadam sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya ettavata ca amhehi sambhatam punya sampadam sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idam me jnatinam hotu sukhita huntu jnatayo idam me jnatinam hotu sukhita huntu jnatayo idam me jnatinam hotu sukhita huntu jnatayo imina punya kammene mami bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya idam me punyam asavakkaya vaham hotu sambha dukkha pamunchatu sadhu sadhu sadhu. So if you have just joined us, we have just finished worshipping the Buddha. We share our evening Buddha Puja, chanting and meditation with you every day live here from the London Mindfulness Meditation Center. We go live at 7 o'clock so that every evening you can participate in religious worship, Buddha Puja, and listen to chanting, blessing you and your loved ones with good health and happiness during this time of difficulty, committing yourself to spiritual practice or even religious worship can really bring you peace of mind during this time of difficulty. And we also do meditation on loving kindness every day so that we can be a source of happiness for everyone that you associate with. So today, Mrs. Hirangi Vijayasundara would like to bless two individuals, her teacher Paritta Chanting Jayawardena and also her work colleague Sarah, who both are hospitalized and are critically ill. So we wish them speedy recovery. We wish all the treatments that they are given or taking be successful, and may they soon recover from the ill health, and may they, both of them, enjoy good health as well. So we are chanting the Ratana Sutta and Chundattara Bojjhanga Sutta and Girimananda Sutta, wishing them speedy recovery and may all the treatments they take be successful. So Ratana Sutta was given or uttered by the Buddha when the city of Visala during his time was affected by famine and lots of problems, including fear, death and other calamities were there, and upon request the Buddha delivered those stanzas, and at the end of the stanza we recite, may the recitation of this truth be conducive for your well-being, etena satchavajjena sotite hotu sabbada. So we make that aspiration when we chant, may the virtues of the Triple Gem embodied in the suttas and may the compassion of the Buddha be upon you and your family members and all who you are dedicating, all who bear in your thoughts. May they all be well, happy and peaceful. The Mahachundattara Bojjhanga Sutta was a reflection made by Venerable Chunda upon request from the Buddha. When the Buddha himself was ill, he asked Venerable Chunda to recite the 7 factors of enlightenment, and at the end of the sutta it is recorded that the Buddha himself also recovered from his illness. The Girimananda Sutta contains the contemplation of 10 perceptions, and upon request, when Venerable Girimananda was critically ill, upon request, the Buddha revealed those 10 perceptions, and Venerable Ananda went to Venerable Girimananda and uttered or recited those 10 perceptions, and it is again recorded at the end of the sutta that Venerable Girimananda recovered from his critical illness. So may the truth embodied in those suttas be conducive for the well-being of anyone that you are dedicating this chanting to. We bear in our thoughts Mrs. Priyashanti Jayawardena, as well as Sarah, a work colleague of Hirangi Vijayasundara. So we wish them speedy recovery. And also anyone, many of you have contacted us about your illnesses. So we bear you in our thoughts when we chant the suttas. The suttas are in Pali language, and may the recitation be conducive for your well-being, for your speedy recovery. If you want to dedicate the chanting to anyone, you can share our YouTube link, lmmc.online, or even our Facebook link, so that they can listen to the chanting if they wish to, or if they are able to do so. You can also listen to it later on. And as always, we dedicate this chanting to all our key workers, including NHS staff, doctors and nurses. May they also be blessed with good health, and may they also develop courage and determination to continue to look after to continue the valuable services looking after the patients and their families. So you are all in our thoughts as well. So may you develop courage and determination. So we are going to begin our chanting. So please listen to the chanting with great attention and respect. Samanta Cakkavalesu atra gacchantu devata saddhammang munirajassa sunantu sagga mokkadang Paritta savana kalo ayang bhadanta Paritta savana kalo ayang bhadanta Paritta dhamma savana kalo ayang bhadanta Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Yani dabhutani samagatani bhummani vayani vayantalikhe Sambeva bhuta sumana bhavantu athopi sakkacca sunantu bhasitang Tasmahi bhutani sametha sabbe mettang karotha manusiya pajaya Divaca ratto ca haranti ye baling tasmahi nirakkata appamatta Yang kinci vittang idhva hurang va saggesu vayang ratanang panitang Nano samang atti tathagatena idampi buddhe ratanang panitang Etena saccena suvatti hotu Khayang viragang amatang panitang yadajjaga sakke muni samahito Natena dhammena samatti kinci idampi dhamme ratanang panitang Etena saccena suvatti hotu Yang buddha settho parivannai sucing samadhimanantari kanyamahu Samadhina tena samona vijjati idampi dhamme ratanang panitang Etena saccena suvatti hotu Ye puggala attha satang pasattha cattari etani yugani honti Te dakhineya sugatassa savaka ete sudinnani mahappalani Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Ye suppayutta manasa dalhene nikkamino gotama sasanamhi Te patti patta amatang vigaihe laddha mudha nibbuting bhunjamana Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Yathinda khilo pathaving sitosiya chatubbihi vatebhi asampekampiyo Tathupamang sappurisang vadami yo ariya saccani avecca passati Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Ye ariya saccani vibhavayanti gambhira panyena sudesitani Kincapi te honti busappamatta nate bhavang attamang adiyanti Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Sahavassa dassana sampadaya tayassu dhamma jahita bhavanti Sakkaya ditthi vicikiccitanca silabbetang vapi yadatti kinci Catuha payehi ca vippamutto ca cabithanani abhabbo katung Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Kincapi sokam karoti papakang kayena vaca udcetasava Abhabbo sotassa paticcahadaya abhabbata dittha padassa vutta Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Vanappa gumbe yatha pussitagge gimhana mase pathamasmin gimhe Tathupamang dhamma varang adesai nibbana gaming paramang hitaye Idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Varo varanyo varado varaharo anuttaro dhamma varang adesai idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Khinang puranang navang natti sambhavang viratta citta ayatike bhavasming Te khina bija avirulhichhanda nibbanti dhira yathayang padipo Idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu Yani bhutani samagatani bhummani vayani vayantalike Tathāgatang deva manussa pujitang buddhang namassāma suvatti hotu Yani bhutani samagatani bhummani vayani vayantalike Tathāgatang deva manussa pujitang dhammang namassāma suvatti hotu Yani bhutani samagatani bhummani vayani vayantalike Tathāgatang deva manussa pujitang sanghang namassāma suvatti hotu Etena sacca vajjena dukkha upasamintu te Etena sacca vajjena bhaya upasamintu te Etena sacca vajjena roga upasamintu te Evaṁ me sutaṁ ekang samayang bhagavā Rājagahe viharati veluvane kalandaka nivape Tena kopana samayene bhagava abadiko hoti dukkhito balhagilano Athako ayasma mahachundo sayanha samayang patisallana uttito Yena bhagavatenupasankami Upasankamitva bhagavantang abhivadetva ekamantang nisidi Ekamantang nisinnanko ayasmantang mahachundang bhagava etadavoce Patibhantu tang chunda bojjhangati Sattime bhante bojjhanga bhagavata sammedakkata bhavita bahulikata abhiññāya sambodhāya nibbānāya samvattanti katame satta Sati sambojjhango ko bhante bhagavata sammedakkato bhavito bahulikato abhiññāya sambodhāya nibbānāya samvattati dhamma vicaya sambojjhango ko bhante bhagavata sammedakkato bhavito bahulikato abhiññāya sambodhāya nibbānāya samvattati viriya sambojjhango ko bhante bhagavata sammedakkato bhavito bahulikato abhiññāya sambodhāya nibbānāya samvattati pīti sambojjhango ko bhante bhagavata sammedakkato bhavito bahulikato abhiññāya sambodhāya nibbānāya samvattati Passaddhi sambojjhango ko bhante bhagavata sammedakkato භාවිතෝ බහුලීකතෝ අභිඤ්ඤාය සම්බෝධාය නිබ්බානාය සංවත්තති සමාධි සම්බොජ්ජංගෝ කෝ භන්තේ භගවතා සම්මදක්ඛාතෝ භාවිතෝ බහුලීකතෝ අභිඤ්ඤාය සම්බෝධාය නිබ්බානාය සංවත්තති උපේක්ඛා සම්බොජ්ජංගෝ කෝ භන්තේ භගවතා සම්මදක්ඛාතෝ භාවිතෝ බහුලීකතෝ අභිඤ්ඤාය සම්බෝධාය නිබ්බානාය සංවත්තති ඉමේ කෝ භන්තේ සත්තබොජ්ජංගා භගවතා සම්මදක්ඛාතා භාවිතා බහුලීකතා අභිඤ්ඤාය සම්බෝධාය නිබ්බානාය සංවත්තන්ති තග්ගචුන්ද බොජ්ජංගා තග්ගචුන්ද බොජ්ජංගාති ඉදමවෝචායස්මා මහාචුන්දෝ සමනුඤ්ඤෝ සත්තා අහෝසි උට්ඨාහිච භගවා තම්හා ආබාධා තථාපහීනෝ ච භගවතෝ සෝ ආබාධෝ අහෝසීති ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන රෝගා උපසමෙන්තු තේ ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන රෝගා උපසමෙන්තු තේ ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන රෝගා උපසමෙන්තු තේ එවං මේ සුතං ඒකං සමයං භගවා සාවත්තියං විහෙරති ජේතවනේ අනාථ පිණ්ඩිකස්ස ආරාමේ තේන කෝපන සමයේන ආයස්මා ගිරිමානන්දෝ ආබාධිකෝ හෝති දුක්ඛිතෝ බාල්හගිලානෝ අතකෝ ආයස්මා ආනන්දෝ යේන භගවා තේනුපසංකමී උපසංකමිත්වා භගවන්තං අභිවාදෙත්වා ඒකමන්තං නිසීදී ඒකමන්තං නිසින්නෝකෝ ආයස්මා ආනන්දෝ භගවන්තං ඒතදවෝච ආයස්මා භන්තේ ගිරිමානන්දෝ ආබාධිකෝ දුක්ඛිතෝ බාල්හගිලානෝ සාදු භන්තේ භගවා යේනායස්මා ගිරිමානන්දෝ තේනුපසංකමතු අනුකම්පං උපාදායාති සචේකෝ ත්වං ආනන්ද ගිරිමානන්දස්ස භික්ඛුනෝ උපසංකමිත්වා දස සංඥා භාසෙය්‍යාසි ථානං කෝපනීතං විජ්ජති යං ගිරිමානන්දස්ස භික්ඛුනෝ දස සංඥා සුත්වා සෝ ආබාධෝ ඨානසෝ පටිප්පස්සම්භෙය්‍ය කතමේ දස අනිච්ච සංඥා අනත්ත සංඥා අසුභ සංඥා ආදීනව සංඥා පහාන සංඥා විරාග සංඥා නිරෝධ සංඥා සම්බලෝකේ අනභිරත සංඥා සබ්බ සංඛාරේසු අනිච්ච සංඥා ආනාපාන සති කතමාචානන්ද අනිච්ච සංඥා ඉදානන්ද බික්ඛු අරඤ්ඤගතෝ වා රුක්ඛමූලගතෝ වා ශුඤ්ඤාගාරගතෝ වා ඉති පටිසංචික්ඛති Rupang anicchang vedana anicca sanya anicca sankhara anicca viññānaṃ aniccanti iti imesu pancasu pādānakkhandesu aniccanupassī viharati ayaṃ vuccatānanda anicca saññā katamācānanda anatta saññā idhānanda bhikkhu aranyagato vā rukkhamūlagato vā suññāgāragato vā iti patisañcikkati cakkhuṃ anattā rūpa anattā sotaṃ anattā saddhā anattā gānaṃ anattā gandhā anattā jivha anatta rasa anatta kayo anatta pottabba anatta mano anatta dhamma anattati iti mesu casu ajjattika bahiresu ayatanesu anattanupassī viharati ayaṃ vuccatānanda anatta saññā katamācānanda asubha saññā idhānanda bhikkhu imameva kāyaṃ uddhaṃ pādatalā adhokesa matthakā taca pariyantaṃ pūraṃ nānappakārassa asucino paccavekkati Atimasmiṃ kāye kesā loma nakādantā taco maṅsaṃ nahāru atthi miñja vakkaṃ hadayaṃ yakanaṃ kilomakaṃ pihakaṃ pappāsaṃ antaṃ antagunaṃ udariyaṃ karīsaṃ pittaṃ semmhaṃ pubbolohitaṃ Sedo medo asuvasa khelo singhanika lasika muttanti iti masmiṃ kāye asubhānupassī viharati ayaṃ vuccatānanda asubha saññā katamācānanda ādīnava saññā idhānanda bhikkhu aranyagato vā rukkhamūlagato vā suññāgāragato vā iti patisañcikkati bahu dukkho kho ayaṃ kāyo bahu ādīnavo iti masmiṃ kāye vividhā ābādhā uppajjanti seyyatidhaṃ Cakkurogo, sotarogo, gānarogo, jivharogo, kāyarogo, sīsarogo, kannarogo, mukharogo, dantarogo, kāso, sāso, pināso, daho, jaro, kucchirogo, muccāpakkandikā, sūlā, visūcikā, Kuttaṃ gando kilaso soso apamaro daddu kandu kacchurakasa vitachika lohita pittaṃ madumeho angsa pilaka bhagandala pitta samutthāna ābādhā semba samutthāna ābādhā Vāta samutthāna ābādhā sannipātika ābādhā Utuparināmajā ābādhā visama parihārajā ābādhā opakkamikā ābādhā Kamma vipākajā ābādhā sītaṃ unnhaṃ jigacchā pipāsā uccāro passāvoti Iti masmiṃ kāye ādīnavānupassī viharati ayaṃ vuccatānanda ādīnava saññā katamācānanda pahāna saññā ඉදානන්ද බික්ඛු uppannං කාම විතක්කං නාදිවාසේති පජහති විනෝදේති බ්‍යන්ති කරෝති අනභාවං ගමේති uppannං ව්‍යාපාද විතක්කං නාදිවාසේති පජහති විනෝදේති බ්‍යන්ති කරෝති අනභාවං ගමේති uppannං විහිංසා විතක්කං නාදිවාසේති පජහති විනෝදේති බ්‍යන්ති කරෝති අනභාවං ගමේති uppannuppanne පාපකේ අකුසලේ ධම්මේ නාදිවාසේති පජහති විනෝදේති බ්‍යන්ති කරෝති අනභාවං ගමේති අයං උච්චතානන්ද පහන සංඥා කතමාචානන්ද විරාග සංඥා ඉදානන්ද බික්ඛු අරඤ්ඤගතෝ වා රුක්ඛමූලගතෝ වා ශුඤ්ඤාගාරගතෝ වා ඉති පටිසංචික්ඛති ඒතං සන්තං ඒතං පනීතං යදිදං සබ්බ සංඛාර සමතෝ සම්බුපදිපටි නිස්සග්ගෝ තණ්හක්ඛයෝ විරාගෝ නිබ්බානන්ති අයං වච්චතානන්ද විරාග සංඥා කතමාචානන්ද නිරෝධ සංඥා ඉදානන්ද බික්ඛු අරඤ්ඤගතෝ වා රුක්ඛමූලගතෝ වා ශුඤ්ඤාගාරගතෝ වා ඉති පටිසංචික්ඛති ඒතං සන්තං ඒතං පනීතං යදිදං සබ්බ සංඛාර සමතෝ සම්බුපදිපටි නිස්සග්ගෝ තණ්හක්ඛයෝ නිරෝධෝ නිබ්බානන්ති අයං වච්චතානන්ද නිරෝධ සංඥා කතමාචානන්ද සබ්බ ලෝකේ අනභිරත සංඥා ඉදානන්ද බික්ඛු යේ ලෝකේ උපායෝපාදානා චේතසෝ අදිඨානාබිනිවේසානුසයා තේ පජහන්තෝ විරමති නඋපාදීයන්තෝ අයං උච්චතානන්ද සබ්බ ලෝකේ අනභිරත සංඥා කතමාචානන්ද සබ්බ සංඛාරේසු අනිච්ච සංඥා ඉදානන්ද බික්ඛු සබ්බ සංඛාරේහි අට්ඨියති හරායති jigucchati අයං උච්චතානන්ද සබ්බ සංඛාරේසු අනිච්ච සංඥා කතමාචානන්ද ආනාපානසති ඉදානන්ද බික්ඛු අරඤ්ඤගතෝ වා රුක්ඛමූලගතෝ වා ශුඤ්ඤාගාරගතෝ වා නිසීදති පල්ලංකං ආභුජිත්වා උජුං කායං පනිදාය පරිමුඛං සතින් උපට්ඨපෙත්වා සෝ සතෝව අස්ස සතේ සතෝ පස්ස සති දීඝං වා අස්ස සන්තෝ දීඝං අස්ස සාමීති පජානාති දීඝං වා පස්ස සන්තෝ දීඝං පස්ස සාමීති පජානාති රස්සං වා අස්ස සන්තෝ රස්සං අස්ස සාමීති පජානාති රස්සං වා පස්ස සන්තෝ රස්සං පස්ස සාමීති පජානාති සම්බකාය පටිසංවේදී අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති සම්බකාය පටිසංවේදී පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති පස්සම්භයං කාය සංඛාරං අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති පස්සම්භයං කාය සංඛාරං පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති පීති පටිසංවේදී අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති පීති පටිසංවේදී පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති සුඛපටි සංවේදී අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති සුඛපටි සංවේදී පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති චිත්ත සංඛාර පටි සංවේදී අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති චිත්ත සංඛාර පටි සංවේදී පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති පස්සම්භයං චිත්ත සංඛාරං අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති පස්සම්භයං චිත්ත සංඛාරං පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති චිත්තපටි සංවේදී අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති චිත්තපටි සංවේදී පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති අබිප්පමෝදයං චිත්තං අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති අබිප්පමෝදයං චිත්තං පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති සමාදහං චිත්තං අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති සමාදහං චිත්තං පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති විමෝචයං චිත්තං අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති විමෝචයං චිත්තං පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති අනිච්ඡානුපස්සී අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති අනිච්ඡානුපස්සී පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති විරාගානුපස්සී අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති විරාගානුපස්සී පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති නිරෝධානුපස්සී අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති නිරෝධානුපස්සී පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති පටිනිස්සග්ගානුපස්සී අස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති පටිනිස්සග්ගානුපස්සී පස්ස සිස්සාමීති සික්ඛති අයං වුච්චතානන්ද ආනාපානසති සචේකෝ ත්වං ආනන්ද ගිරිමානන්දස්ස භික්ඛුනෝ උපසංකමිත්වා ඉමා දස සංඥා භාසෙය්‍යාසි ඨානං කෝපනීතං විජ්ජති යං ගිරිමානන්දස්ස භික්ඛුනෝ ඉමා දස සංඥා සුත්වා සෝ ආබාධෝ ඨානසෝ පටිප්පස්සම්භෙය්‍යාති අතකෝ ආයස්මා ආනන්දෝ භගවතෝ සන්තිකේ ඉමා දස සංඥා උග්ගහෙත්වා යේනායස්මා ගිරිමානන්දෝ තේනුපසංකමී උපසංකමිත්වා ආයස්මතෝ ගිරිමානන්දස්ස ඉමා දස සංඥා අභාසී අතකෝ ආයස්මතෝ ගිරිමානන්දස්ස ඉමා දස සංඥා සුත්වා සෝ ආබාධෝ ඨානසෝ පටිප්පස්සම්භි උට්ඨාහි චායස්මා ගිරිමානන්දෝ තම්හා ආබාධා තථාපහීනෝ ච පනායස්මතෝ ගිරිමානන්දස්ස සෝ ආබාධෝ අහෝසීති ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන රෝගා උපසමින්තු තේ ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන රෝගා උපසමින්තු තේ ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන රෝගා උපසමින්තු තේ සම්භාව මංගලම පද්දව දුන්නිමිත්තං සබ්බීති රෝගගාදෝස මසේස නින්දා සබ්බන්තරාය භය දුස්සුපිනං අකන්තං බුද්ධානුභාව පවරේන පයාතු නාසං සම්භාව මංගලම පද්දව දුන්නිමිත්තං සබ්බීති රෝගගාදෝස මසේස නින්දා සබ්බන්තරාය භය දුස්සුපිනං අකන්තං ධම්මානුභාව පවරේන පයාතු නාසං සම්භාව මංගලම පන්දව දුන්නිමිත්තං සබ්බීති රෝගගාදෝස මසේස නින්දා සබ්බන්තරාය භය දුස්සුපිනං අකන්තං Sanghanubhava pavarena payatu nasang. Devo vassatu kalena sassa sampatti hetuce pito bhavatu loko ce raja bhavatu dhammiko. Akasattha ca bummattha deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva cirang rakhantu loka sasanang. Akasattha ca bummattha deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva cirang rakhantu dhamma desanang. Akasattha ca bummattha deva naga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva cirang rakhantu aturanti. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So if you have just joined us, or you have been listening to us or participating in this online program, we have just finished our evening Buddha Puja and chanting, and we will do meditation in a few minutes. We go live every day at 7 o'clock here from the London Mindfulness Meditation Center, sharing with you our evening worship, chanting and meditation. During this time of difficulty, during this time when lockdown restrictions are applied, it serves a great purpose for you to commit yourself to spiritual practice from home or wherever you are. So worshipping or attending or participating in religious observance does bring within us peace of mind. It's not just to advance our spiritual attainment, but also to commit yourself and accumulate merit. So all merit accumulated, we bless Paritta Chanting, Jayavardhana, and also Saras. So may all the merit accumulated today be conducive for their speedy recovery and well-being. The chantings that we recited are in Pali language. The Ratana Sutta, or the Discourse of the Jewels, Ratana Sutta, was uttered or delivered by the Buddha during a time of pandemics, not like this, but during a time of difficulty in a city called Visala. So due to famine and deaths, lots of fear and calamities were there, and everyone was afraid and everyone was suffering. So out of compassion, the Buddha delivered those verses, and upon request, Venerable Ananda recited the sutta and sprinkled holy water, and it is recorded that the city began to recover, the citizens began to recover. So the Buddhists used that sutta during the time of difficulties for well-being and happiness, to wish everyone good health and happiness as well. We also chanted the two suttas that we normally chant when someone is ill. So when the Buddha was ill himself, he asked Venerable Mahachunda to recite the 7 factors of enlightenment, and upon listening, the Buddha recovered from his illness. This is as mentioned in the end of the sutta. The Girimananda Sutta also was the 10 perceptions revealed by the Buddha for contemplation, and upon request, Venerable Ananda approached Venerable Girimananda, who was critically ill, and revealed those 10 perceptions, and upon listening to them, it is recorded at the end of the sutta that Venerable Girimananda also recovered from his critical illness. So the recitation is that aspiration that we make through, may the chantings, may the truth embodied in the suttas be conducive for the well-being of anyone who you may have dedicated this to. So today, Mrs. Hirangi Vijayasundara had requested us to dedicate this to her teacher, Mrs. Paritta Chanting Jayavardhana, as well as her work colleague Saras, who is also critically ill. So both her teacher and her work colleague are ill, and she would dedicated this worship and chanting for their speedy recovery. So we also, as an online community at the moment, make great aspirations that may all treatments being given to them be conducive for their speedy recovery. May they be successful, and may they recover from this illness. So with such righteous intention, we say sadhu 3 times, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And as always, we also dedicate this to all our key workers for their well-being. May they also be blessed with good health. May they also develop courage and determination to continue their services, looking after the patients and their families and the nation. And also, you all as participants from wherever you are, may you and your loved ones also be well, happy and peaceful. May you also stay blessed with good health, and may the chantings be conducive for your wholesome well-being. So let us now do meditation for a few minutes. So adjust yourself. Most importantly, it is about the way you also adjust your posture, so stay in a convenient way as long as you are not resting your back. And put your right hand on your left palm, and if you're sitting in a chair or sofa, make sure your feet are firmly placed on the floor. And if you're sitting on the floor, make sure your back is also not resting unless you have a physical difficulty. So once you've adjusted yourself, close your eyes gently and just observe that peace in your body. A few moments of meditation can really transform your living, your day-to-day life. So developing mindfulness, developing awareness, and most importantly, being in the present moment is essential for that mental well-being, for that peace of mind. So first of all, be mindful of your posture, the way you have chosen to sit. Straight back, body bent at the hips because you are sitting down, and your legs bent at the knees. Feet firm on the floor, or if you're sitting cross-legged, your side of your ankles or legs touching the floor. Your hands in your lap, right hand on your left palm, gently placed. And you can see your body is not in motion, very peaceful, very quiet. In comparison, it is a reflection of your state of mind. Your mind is not restless. If your mind was restless, if your mind was not at ease, our body will also be in a fidgety mode. So just notice and observe that peace in your body. Acknowledge that peace in your body. That stillness should indicate the stillness in the mind. Be aware of anyone who is sitting with you. Appreciate each other's presence. Anyone who is not, don't comment, don't criticize. Just be happy for whatever they are doing, even if they are a disturbance, not to worry. Just stay composed, stay peaceful. Be mindful that we are all meditating together as a community, online community, sharing the vibe, sharing the moment, oneness. We are all in one mode. Be mindful of your location at home where you are sitting now again. And just try to observe that peace in your body. Don't let your mind wander. You can observe the breath to make your mind, as if like giving the mind a job to do. Just watch the breath going in and out of your nose. That's all happening at the moment. You're not moving, but something is taking place naturally. So observe that. Keep observing that breath as in-breath and out-breath. Breathing in, breathing out, and just stay and be with the breath for 2 minutes. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. So you may see it's not that easy to stay still mentally. Your mind is so active. When we are doing nothing, it wants to go to future planning or go to history and memory, getting involved with thoughts, sometimes even talking to yourself, planning. And this is what happens every time. So we have to develop mindfulness to look after our mind, because mind is always getting involved with things and thoughts. When our senses are wide open, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, the body, the mind receives all the information as objects, sound, sight, vision, taste, feelings, smell-wise, through your senses. And all the time we are doing is trying to please our mind, looking for things that we like, trying to get rid of things that we don't like, always forming opinions, all the time, very active. Poor mind is always in a very different active mode. So we need to look after our mind. And meditation is like trying to give the mind a bit of a break. A peaceful stillness moment becomes a platform to know us, to know yourself, to realize and transform and break habits. So most of the time we are always seeking something. We are so tired seeking something sometimes. And when that is like that, the mind always is unsettled. An unsettled mind can never pause to think about sometimes the way things are, or even the way whatever we are experiencing, because mind is busy in the future or in the memory or in the past. So being in the present moment stops you from going either sides. And when you are in the present moment, we are one with the nature, we are together with what is happening. We are with our own experience as it happens. So the active mind is active differently, not deluded wise or unnecessarily in future or in the past. And when we are in the knowledge of what is happening, we are in control. We are not like puppets of our thoughts. We don't form opinions habitually when you are mindful. We don't form opinions unnecessarily because we have come to senses. If we bring our opinions, our justification, our judgments, our views all the time to the forefront, they act as filtering processes to our mind, and we always end up dissatisfied. When we end up dissatisfied, we cannot develop loving thoughts. So since this meditation is about metta, loving thoughts, we need to calm ourselves down. We need to stop being as active as we just discussed, but allow yourself to settle down so that that settled mind becomes a platform to develop loving thoughts, loving kindness. When there is your personal expectation and personal conditions between you and the other, could be your associates, could be your family members, even could be the items that you use, there is always a problem. Your conditions might not be met, your expectations might not be fulfilled. We end up dissatisfied. When we end up dissatisfied, we've realized that we are developing anxiety. If you are mindful, if you're not mindful, we are already involved with our thoughts. Fear arises, impatience arises, frustration arises, agitation arises. We are so much in distress. So if you are in a distress once a minute, you are in distress 60 times an hour. That is 600 times if you stay awake 10 hours. So every moment your mind might end up dissatisfied, and always you are in the negative mode. You are in the suffering mode. So to be in control, we need to stop getting involved with our thoughts, but be in the reality mode. So therefore, when we say mind needs to be still to develop these loving thoughts, it is about the expectations and the likes and dislikes that should be discarded away. Because genuine loving thoughts should not be manipulated by your thoughts. Nothing should affect your loving thoughts, neither external nor internal. Love is love. Kindness is kindness. You cannot love someone 50%, 75%. Loving kindness is not a deal or a contract. It is what you offer. It is what you actually can dedicate, what you can actually develop some mental energy or vibe that we share. Only if you have felt a relief when you were in a difficult time, if you feel relieved when you were in a problematic situation because you got help, and you only can experience what that relief is, the happiness that you got. That is the type of feeling that we want everyone to experience. Happiness, well-being, not impatience, not frustration. We don't need to share our frustration or irritation with others. It ends up being multiplied. But loving thoughts, it doesn't cost you at all. It doesn't actually even tax your health, but it improves your health. So the concepts of well-being, the concepts of happiness, the concepts of goodwill, they all are encompassed with the word loving kindness. We wish everyone well, happiness and peace. We don't develop impatience. The more expectations we have, the more impatient we become. We are happy with other people the way they are. We are not developing jealousy, but we are happy for their achievements and possessions. When someone is in pain and suffering or illness, we develop compassion. And compassion is that making that move to actually be there no matter what. That can only happen when you have love or loving kindness in your thoughts. The Buddha gave a very good example in the Metta Sutta. Nothing comes in between the child and the mother or the parent. Every sacrifice is done without expectation. Nothing affects the love the parent has for his or her child. And that is the type of pure loving thoughts that we are thinking of. So it is not about others as well, it is more or less about your loving thoughts. Don't let anything affect your kindness. Don't let the behaviors, the talks, the experiences that you have affect your kindness, because that kindness is felt by the recipient. A child feels the love of the parent even by a small hug or even the way they talk. The way the parent reacts, the child feels the love. Similarly, when our genuine love and care and affection and kindness and compassion is there, the recipient feels it. Love will receive with great respect as well. So let us develop our loving thoughts for the well-being of everyone. You can skip the stations if they don't relate to you or you are not in such a relationship, because this is a generic recitation or sayings that we are going to reflect on. So you can repeat these in your mind and wishing genuinely what you aspire. So we first share or think of loving kindness to yourself, and then we share with everyone without any change in their thinking. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May I be blessed with good health. May no harm come to me. May no problems come to me. May no difficulties come to me. May I always meet with success. May I also have patience, courage, and determination to meet and overcome difficulties in life. So skip the stations next if they don't matter to you. May my parents, grandparents, teachers, uncles and aunts and in-laws, husband, wife or partner, children, sons-in-law, daughters-in-law, grandchildren, brothers, sisters, brothers-in-law, sisters-in-law, cousins, nephews and nieces, everybody in this online community and their loved ones, neighbors on all directions, everybody in the neighborhood. May they all be well, happy and peaceful. May they all be blessed with good health. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they always meet with success. May they also have the patience, courage and determination to meet and overcome problems and difficulties in life. May they be free from anger and jealousy. May they be free from frustration, anxiety and worries. May they be free from pain and suffering. May all living beings, including your pets, birds, animals and insects that come to your garden, seen and unseen beings, including all sentient beings, be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they always meet with success. May they also have the patience, courage and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May they be free from pain and suffering. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May I be free from pain and suffering. So with that brief meditation on loving kindness, we come to a close with today's online broadcast here from the London Mindfulness Meditation Center. So thank you for joining with us this evening. As mentioned, we bless Mrs. Paritta Chanting and Mrs. Saras. May they be well, happy and peaceful. May they have a speedy recovery. May all treatments being given to them be successful. So may you and your family members and all those who are participating also be well, happy and peaceful. May you all be blessed with good health. May you stay safe and also enjoy good health throughout. So with such righteous intention, we dedicate this to all of you participating. So we go live every day at 7 o'clock sharing our puja, chanting and meditation. If you wish to, please do join again tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So thank you for joining us so far today. Have a very good evening. Stay safe, take care and have a very good night. Okay, bye bye. See you tomorrow.